Oh my God, it's Z.
Hey, see? Oh my God, it's so awkward for me. I don't like doing this stuff. I'm like
Well, Z,
really
this is my first time
shy.
ever been
I'm
doing an
not
interview,
shy in
so.
real life. I swear.
It's all right. We all are.
Right, this is
Like
my first
Steph's so
interview.
professional, looking cute. I just like got done with the gym. I'm like, hey.
It's
You
good
look
seeing
good,
both of you
girl.
guys, though.
I know, both of us in the building.
How are you?
Okay,
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing good.
I
How
feel like
have life been
I'm
after
gonna do
Backup
this
Club?
too. I just don't like looking at myself.
If you want to, you can turn off your camera if that make you feel better.
I don't know how to do all that. I'm telling you, like, I swear to God, my son's 6, right? My son's 6, and I'm like, Maverick, I don't know how to do this. He's like, here, Mom, let me show you. I'm just like, what the heck? Like, I'm not even that old, and I'm like, already, like, I don't know how to do all this.
Yeah, how have life been for you after Bad Girls Club?
I can play with filters. Okay. It's been okay. It's just, honestly, like, when I did Bad Girls Club, I didn't have my son. So I feel like I am completely different from that person. And I don't even like attention like that no more. Like, I'm like, no.
So
I'm in
like,
mom mode. I'm like in total mom mode right now.
so like when you do see fans and stuff, and fans like, oh my God, you're Z from Bad Girls Club, do you be like, oh my God, or like, oh, like, hey, it's
I
like,
get really red and I'm like, yeah.
okay.
And then I
Okay.
always get like, they're always like, you're so sweet. You're not like how you were. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even watch the show. So don't even you can't even talk to me about all that.
You
Like,
didn't watch your season
hell
after?
no. I was pregnant. I was not trying to relive that trauma.
Okay, before we backpedal all the way to the beginning, I do have a question. Did you have like a fair edit? Do you think like your edit was fair before, like after like the feedback from fans and all of that?
To be honest, because I didn't watch it, I just feel like I was in a area of my life where I didn't give a fuck about nothing. Like, you could tell me nothing about nothing. If my mind was a certain way, I'm like, fuck you. I don't care if you like me. So if I was edited good, if I was edited bad, it doesn't matter because I did what I did. I said what I said. I was a bitch. I was this. I was that. Yep. Am I that now? No.
Right.
Does it matter now? No. Why would it matter now? I'm who I am now. Like, I don't care about nothing about that. Like, I'm not stuck in 2016. I'm here, right here in this timeline.
So do you think Bad Girls Club really, because they portray the show as, to change, to do all that, do you think Bad Girls
I
Club
feel
really
like
changed you?
being someone who's watched it since I was in high school, like that was my shit. Like, I'd be like waiting for the new episode. I feel like from what I watched every year, I went in there like with that mentality. I wasn't in there like some of the girls like, oh, this is who I am inside this house and outside this house. Well, you would not, Oldsy, you would not get to know me personally unless I hung out with you outside this house, because why do we need to be friends? I don't know you. You don't know me. Today we could be friends. Tomorrow you could be putting something in my food. Like, that was my mentality because that's what I watched on this show. Every time, like, people throwing mattresses in the pool, it's like, you can't expect the bitch not to do it. She just watched it on the last 4 seasons.
Right.
You know? So it's just like, when I went into that house, I was like, oh yeah, Bad Girls Club, I'm fucking up. And then I did what I did, and now I'm like, oh shit, I'm the world's most hated bitch. But
Oh my God, no, you're not, Z. That's so dramatic.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. So fans saw you on BGC11's the rejection, how you auditioned for BGC11. Yeah.
I was like 21.
Was that like your first season like you ever like auditioned for? And
if I would have went on that season, that Z and the Z that was on BG16 completely different. I'm telling you, like, each timeline in my life, I am not the same. And luckily I grow each time, but I went from ratchet to semi-ratchet to low-key, now I'm in motherhood. It's just, you either grow or you just stay in the same spot. And I just feel like those, like, even that Z was completely different from, 2016. It's like every year you go through stuff that changes you, or like you could stay the same. But I'm so
true
about me being on Bad Girls Club. I'm like,
so after we saw you on season, the season 11 thing, Did you ever audition again before you
No,
got on
no,
season
they hit
16?
me up. No, they
Oh,
messaged
okay.
me.
Okay.
They're
Okay,
like, "Oh,
so
we saw you like auditioned. Would you like to audition for this other season? We seen your Instagram." I was like, "Okay, sure."
right.
But I kind of feel like they already know who they want.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
feel
that
like the
too.
auditions are for play, like,
Yeah.
because I didn't have
Because
to go
I feel like
through
they
all the shit that
always
everybody else went through. I just went through sending some videos in and then getting flown out. Like I never had to go through like a big, massive.
yeah. Because a lot of the girls actually, like, the season that they own, they have already auditioned before. And they had called them back, like, you know what, we think you were fit for this season, that season, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like the season after ours,
mhm.
they got that whole idea from us. Cause I was like, why can't we do like challenges or something? Like, why are we what is the point of us just sitting in this house? And then you want us to do makeup scenarios. They're like, oh, we need you guys to do this today. And we're like, wait, what? They're like, I didn't want to do no fucking clothing line. I don't even know how to draw. They're like, oh, you're gonna pretend to do this. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'm getting paid. Why not? You know? She's like, draw. I said, girl, I don't even know how to draw a stick figure. What do you want me to draw? She goes, just pretend. And I'm like, okay, like, come on, like.
Okay, so now we go. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward to your season. How was it like? Okay, you being on like camera for the first time. Like, how was that for you? And then you meeting Persuasion. How was like all that?
I just feel like meeting all the girls. I wasn't in it to like hate anybody. Like I wasn't like, oh, this bitch this bitch that.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I'm a genuine person. Like when I meet you, I'm like, oh, she's cool,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But being in that house, like I looked at it as like I can't trust nobody. Like we don't come from the same area. I don't know you before this. Like I said, like you know. But Persuasion was just always like I just liked her vibe. She just has like a ray of sunshine, and she's always like you know just so bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like when I met her first, I was happy that's who I linked up with first because like she just fit my personality.
Okay, so then we you fast forward to you guys going to the house. Now, how was your thoughts on the house? Because from season 14 through 15, it was the same house. So going to your
Oh,
season, it's a whole
see, I
different
didn't even know
house.
all that.
So the fans, I know we was like, thank God, a different house. So how did y'all
Let
like the house?
me just say that's bigger than any house I ever grew up living in. So
Yeah. I mean,
I,
it was a huge house. It was like an Airbnb. I feel like they decorated it like a porno though, like very like gaudy, animal print, neon colors, but it was a nice house.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like I never lived in a house like that, so I couldn't complain. The only thing I didn't like or like now especially now looking back on it, is like the disrespect of them not letting us have a door on the bathroom. Like that was a little too much.
Bro,
That was just a little way too much.
a fucking curtain right
Yeah,
in front of the toilet. And
like my
wonder why it
bedroom,
smelled like
I get it, but the whole bathroom thing,
yeah.
and then they had microphones in the shower. Like I didn't think that was cool either.
What?
So I had like a little bit of privacy.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
they told me I couldn't sing songs in the shower because they don't have the rights to. I was like, why are you airing this?
Yeah, like why are you in my shower? Like what the fuck?
Right, and I
I don't
know.
know. I had PTSD for a minute. Like I was just always like, fuck, dude, I can't even. I feel like when I came home, like I would leave my bathroom door open on accident.
Yes.
And then like they're like, close the door. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Like I'm just so used to not having a door.
Do you remember having to like get used to like putting your own light on off and shit? It took me weeks.
Really?
It took me honestly. Like it took me a while. When I got back home, like I didn't want to leave my house. I just wanted to enjoy my privacy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I can breathe. Like for me, like I have really bad anxiety, and I didn't know what anxiety was until after Bad Girls Club. I honestly didn't even know I had a lot to heal from until after Bad Girls Club. But when I lived in that house, I was just having so much anxiety, so much panic attacks. Like I remember I'd go in the shower and just like count to 10, count to 10. I always felt like I was on 10. And like one thing about me is like I don't like being embarrassed. Even if I'm in the wrong and you embarrass me, like I don't know what it is, but I'll talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm not talking shit. You're not. One thing I'm not pussy. Like
Right.
I don't like fighting. I hate confrontation. But I'll sit there and be like, okay, if you call me a bitch, I'm gonna call you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna cut you. You know, like tit for tat. Like you want to punch me, I'm punch you back.
Right.
I don't know. Like you bleed, I bleed type shit. Like, but I just feel like I will never sign up for anything that would lead me to getting into a physical altercation. Not because I'm scared, but because I'm way too old to even be putting my energy in that type of like environment. Like I don't deserve to feel on 10 toes. Like living in that house, like I literally felt like I could not sleep. Like I was like, oh, tonight be tonight. They all come in and just kick me and jump me.
I
Like,
remember you would be in the downstairs computer room, like last before everybody went to bed. You would always be the last one to go to bed. And I'd be like, hey girl, what you doing? You'd be like, I can't
ain't
sleep,
nobody
bitch.
sneaking up on me.
Mm.
At one point, I literally slept with my feet against the door, like not against the door, but my feet facing the door. So if I felt like anybody wanted to try to sneak one in on me, I could kick them really fast. I was like,
Really?
Wow.
nobody gonna get a one on me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that I had to live like that. Like I really had to live on tens. I was just like, damn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I have never fought that many times in my life. Like I was just like, ooh.
So I have a question for Stephanie and Z. If you guys watched seasons before yours, what were your favorites?
I think mine was 7. I'm not sure if I got the number right. It might have been it was Natalie and Judy's season.
I liked the first season only because that was the very first season I ever seen, and I was like, whoa, this is like more than like shit that I see on MTV.
Wait, who's season?
The very first one with Amy and like all those OG girls, only because I have never seen something like that. I was just like, damn, they let this shit on TV. I was hooked. I was like, let's go. I was like, oh, they're about to be fighting. There's be a fight. Like, come on, I was like 14. Like, fighting was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like the next question, because I was gonna do it by like, you know, episodes, so it could be like in order. Okay, how was like the first night going out? Like, was it like, oh my god, like this our first night going out? I'm on TV. Like, how was that for you? If you can remember, because I know it was a long time ago.
It was.
No, to be honest, I feel like I was kind of like out. Like I was with my baby dad during this time, so I kind of was like out of my party girl stage already. But I was still kind of like, oh, I'm down to party type shit. So me going out without my man was kind of like I had to kind of like fill it out and see. Like I ain't grinding on nobody, but I'm gonna dance, have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But like also like I don't know, like I've never really been like a clubber like that. Like I've never been one to like club that much too. Like that was crazy. I was like, damn, we're going to the same club again.
Oh yeah, so
like
y'all
this shit got
even
boring
had
after
like
a
the
while.
book
I didn't want to
too.
go out no more. Let's do something else. I remember we used to beg them. Remember? Oh, can we go do this or can we go do that? And they're like, oh, we got.
They were always like, it's gotta be more of you. It's gotta be more.
Yeah, and of course nobody likes me, so nobody wanted to go out with me, and it would just be me and Steph. They're like, nope, we got to add another person.
And then Kailie, and then when Kailie left.
And then that's how we all started. That's kind of how it started getting like divided, because we wanted to go do other things other than clubbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started going to bars and restaurants, and
that Irish pub was, dude, I got fucked up, man.
Girl, my first night I was in an ice bucket.
That's crazy. I can't even remember details of there, like going back that far, because it's like kind of far. But I just remember pictures of like of us, like just like images kind of type shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so like the next topic from like I think episode 1, it was like the whole like Kailie, you know, stuff. How did all that? Because it's like it's chopped. It seemed real like choppy. Like it's like 1 minute they're arguing, and the next they're fighting, and it's like they upstairs, and like how did all that happen? And like what made you? What made you was like, you know what, Kailie, you gotta go. You know, we was kicking her stuff down the stairs and throwing her stuff out and stuff.
In reality of all this, I just feel like everybody who was even including myself with the Kailie situation, it was just, you know, like I said, when you watch previous episodes of Bad Girls Club, it's kind of like you want to do what they did, but you kind of want to outdo it type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like for me, like it was more like I get where they're coming from. Kailie, like in my mind at that time, like I'm not talking about now. I don't even know her right now. Like I haven't heard from her, seen her, nothing. It's not my place to speak on her. But in that time, I just felt like she wasn't sticking up for herself and she shouldn't have been there. But it wasn't my place to kind of like jump in and bully her and try to get her out either. And I just feel like we all probably had to go through that just to even realize, and we had to see it for ourselves on TV, you know, just to realize, oh shit, like that's not okay. I just feel like, you know, like that shit just escalated way too far, way too fast.
Now, did production have anything to do with that? Because I know they can be like real messy with
because
stuff.
I remember we were all fucked up and we were doing the cell phone thing, and I said something, and then they pulled me out of the van. and told me that I need to redo mine and I have to say this.
Really?
And I said it. Huh?
I said, really?
Yes. And then people think like, oh, like I'm antagonizing all this shit. No, like when I went out to with Kailie to lunch, I didn't want to go out with her. I told them I didn't want to hang out. Like I didn't want to go out with her. I just felt like it was gonna make me look weird. And they're like, come on, like she needs somebody to go out with her. We need like you guys to go to lunch together type shit. And I was like, okay, whatever, dude. At that time, like I said, I was like, I don't owe like loyalty to anybody in the house. For me, that's how I've always said that. Like, and that's never changed. I've always said I just feel like we're in Bad Girls Clubhouse. Unless I know you from my city and we like know each other,
Yeah.
our loyalty can change tomorrow over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Let's be real. Like that's how the fucking house is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if one minute I'm cool with somebody and the next minute I'm fake. Okay, I'm just vibing through energy that's being given to me, you know, type shit. Like I'm not in here to be friends. I came in here because I seen season 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and that's everything, all those seasons. If you guys rewatch them, there's a pattern. So I just feel like production they know what they're doing. They've done this for 15, 16 seasons. They're not stupid. But we are. We're stupid. Well, I'm stupid and some of us other ones. And we just fall into the trap and we get lost in the sauce and we have fun with people. So we
kind of think that's not right. Because like you think at it, okay, it's entertainment, entertainment, but it's like the way that they edit these, you guys in certain stuff, it's like that's not even how that went. Y'all making it seem like I just sneezed. Like y'all's not showing this person sneezing in my face and I keep telling them to stop sneezing. They keep doing it. Y'all just showing me blowing up. So now the world think I'm a bully. And it's like, show what really happened. So I get that.
No, and that's why I didn't want to watch my season, because I watched the first episode and then I found out I was pregnant. And the first episode, I was just like, oh my God, like you can tell that they cut and paste. And then when I got I don't know about you, Stephanie, but when they told me what to pack, they kind of like made a list of things that you can't pack or this is what you should pack. So I feel like they only want you to be able to wear so less outfits so they can cut and paste and make it look more like it's the same day because you have to repeat your outfit.
Yeah, the professionals, I remember they told me to put on a couple times. They told me to put on the same thing I had on the last couple times. Yeah.
Okay, well,
so it's just, like, and then the reason why I really don't ever want to be on reality TV is also because, that's not my life. I literally did Bad Girls Club because I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to open the door for me to act. That's what I wanted to do. And they said that that couldn't be what I wanted to do. They're like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to be an actress. Like, oh, well, if we say that you want to be an actress, people will think this is like fake. And we can't have them thinking this is fake. It's supposed to be reality TV. And so then they gave me the whole, you do a clothing thing, you do this type shit. So that was my story. And then when I got off, it's just like, to be honest, like the bullying for people on the fucking internet, it's crazy. Like they're fucking evil.
Girl, I get hate messages today.
Girl, like when I was pregnant, people were like, I hope you have a stillborn baby. I hope your baby dies. Like that. So that's why I always started deactivating my shit. Like you guys are taking it to another level.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Disgusting.
It's like it's not.
Yeah. Oh, she got her lips done. Damn right I did, and I will never go back.
They look good as hell. I remember first did. I was like,
yes. And people are like, oh, she got hella surgery. No, I got my lips done, and my lips needed to be done because it altered my whole entire face for me. Now I love that.
And it's crazy because even like, because I'm a fan of the show, but it's like I'm not one of those fans. Like I would never be like, oh,
I know I have to.
Z, I don't like you and
but,
stuff.
I'm gonna stay on until like 6:10.
Okay.
Because I work in the gym, so I could just like.
Okay, so
I have one more question regarding the Kailie situation. Were you the only one that they pulled aside to have her be friends with, or?
It's more like they pulled me aside and just said, hey, look, like it's getting more personal than what it should have been type shit.
So why did they just come to you?
Because I guess I don't want to repeat something that's not true, but someone did something to Kailie where it was like kind of to the point where Kailie wanted to call the police.
Oh my God. Okay.
So it was kind of like I was sent to kind of like kind of get her to calm down type shit. But like I said, I don't know. It's not my business. And in the heat of that moment, I was getting in my own altercation with another co-star. Let's come action. But so I got asked this all the time. Like, what happened? What happened? Bro, I was fighting for my own life. I do not know what was going on out there because I was literally fighting my own battle. And then
Okay,
what's
so
crazy is that a lot of people don't know this, but I don't know if you remember this, Stephanie. I would always get the this is gonna sound so knock, but I would always get the you know the Z-Quil, remember?
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
I would get Z-Quil and I would chug that shit because I could not sleep in the house at all. And that's why I wait till everybody falls asleep.
One time, remember, you had taken some Z-Quil and they told you to do a confessional and you were drinking and you were fucked up.
That's when I got fucked up because I took Z-Quil so I wanted to sleep. And they're like, oh, we need Z. And then this is what's fucked up too. When I would go down there, I'd like, can I get water? I'm like, we don't have water. We have wine. We have alcohol.
They never had water.
Beer.
They were always trying to
they
get
never had water.
Like, I was like, I
Actually
need
gonna
water. I
ask
just
you
drink
guys
Z-Quil.
that
Like,
too.
oh no, here, drink some wine. And then when
Here,
I came back up,
we have Hennessy.
I think I blacked out. I don't even remember. And I till this day, I'm like, I have not watched my season. I hope to God they did not use that footage because I do not remember shit. I remember Candy had to pull me aside and go, Z, you know, I love you. Like, you're my roommate, but you was out of fucking pocket. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
But yeah, so anyways, the night where Kailie had her situation, they all ditched me. Like, you know? So I was like, oh, score, I can get some sleep. So I drank hella Z-Quil. Bro, when I woke up, I literally, you see me rubbing my eyes, I think, because I had to rub my eyes twice. Like, is this for real or is this a Z-Quil?
Okay. I know you about to have to get off in a minute. So
I love you guys. You guys are so sweet.
Okay, what made you go to Kailie? You know, when y'all was in the back, or you know what I did was wrong, whatever. Like, was that like genuinely like
Because
you,
genuinely, like, I used to get bullied all the time, like all the time, and I just like literally like thinking about it, I was like, yo, you know what, like, I don't give a fuck, and that's the problem because this girl's really kind of going through it, and I didn't care. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, my heart hurt. I did not care in the moment. In the moment, I was like, whatever, girl, if you're not made for it, you're not made for it. It's like boot camp. If you can't stick it out, you can't stick it out. But we took it way too fucking far. There was a point where she was injured. That should have been when it all stopped. There's no point that the girl should have been limping around the house, crying and making, like, when I was kind of like on my own and I felt like I was getting in fights all the time, I'm not scared to fight. I'll fight. But that anxiety and that pressure on your chest, like, usually when you have a fight with somebody, like, say you're in high school and you know you're gonna beat some bitch's ass, you get to go home and relax, you know? We don't get to go home and relax. We're on 10 24 fucking 7 until the next day, you know? So I kind of was just like, she's limping around. She really is in the point where she felt like she was like scared for her life, and I just was like, bro, that's kind of, I'm kind of over it. I was just over it. And then I felt guilty because I drink alcohol. You know, when you drink alcohol, I'm a Cancer. I get emotional. So I really felt bad. I was like, oh, damn, my mom and my dad are going to be so mad at me because they did not teach me to be a bitch. And that was a bitch-ass move. And now I'm older and I kind of like, I'm raising my own child. And I'm just like, fuck, I want to learn from my mistakes. Like, I'm at this point in my life where I don't give a fuck. Like, you can sit here and tell me A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And if I think it's F, I'm going to stay on F. I don't care. Like, and if you want to fight about it, we can fight about it.
Hello.
In age, you know, like back our season was literally, it's gonna be 7 years.
I know. So like, I honestly feel like my son matured me up. I'd probably still be out there doing crazy ass shit if I did not have my baby.
So naturally you're gonna, you know, grow and change as a
I just feel like I carry myself very different, and I'm so tired. The only thing that irritates me, I'm so tired of people trying to be like, oh, I fuck that bitch. I still fuck that bitch. Like, girl, it's so still ridiculous. Fuck you. Like, I don't know.
And it's crazy how these fans act. These fans act like
crazy how it's people who didn't even get the opportunity to talk shit. Like, bitch, you wasn't on TV.
Yeah. Or when people like literally, like, when I was pregnant with my son, tried to fight me at the gas station because they didn't like me. Like, whoa, bro, like, you don't even
people
know.
Really
Yes. That's why I'm telling you, like, I did not start deleting my Instagram and shit for no reason. Like, bro, you guys are taking it way too far. My life is not worth a TV show, a reality TV show at that. It's like trash TV. Like, you really want to kill me over trash TV?
And they be acting like these girls be like their family and stuff. Like, these are people on TV. It's entertainment. It's not that serious.
I don't know. I just feel like people are like, oh, you're gonna do baddies. Like, they would never ask me. I'm not a favorite like that. But I wouldn't do something like that because, like I said, like, I'm mentally at a different place in my life. Like, the only time I would ever do reality TV again is for a money prize, because I work my ass off and I'm athletic and I would kill that shit and I'd take that
Right.
bag home.
Right.
So is Vernon and Murray like Baggers Club? You know how, I don't know if I've been seeing like it's supposed to really come back and stuff. If they was like do another redemption season or All-Star Battle, I wouldn't do it, like to just get your redemption in the fandom, so this hate and all that could come down. Like
I mean, if it was on a mature thing where it's like, I'm not going into a house full of girls that just want to get drunk and yell at me,
right,
like I really,
yeah,
when I'm telling you, I'll be coming in that bitch with my sage. Like,
yeah.
Was there ever a time you could tell when production talked to someone to come do something? Like turn
they
up the
will
house?
pull you outside. They would literally be like, okay, Stephanie, we need to talk to you outside real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at all hours of the day. They don't, you
Like,
sleep, they come in there while you're sleeping.
no, they got that stupid ass bat phone they would call us
Yeah.
on.
I'm telling you right now, like, dead ass. Like, I felt like I was in juvenile hall sometimes, and they'll be like, you know, when you try to take a nap in juvie, and like the PO officer would come in and be like, hey, you gotta come with us real quick. I was just like, what did I do this time? I was just sleeping in my cell. Like, leave me alone. That's how I felt. I literally felt like I was in. We were called Pretty Prison. Remember, Stephanie?
Pretty Prison.
We were like, oh, we're just chilling another day in Pretty Prison.
Like, orange is the new pink.
Oh my god, and pink's like my least favorite color. I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, y'all house was full of pink, like everywhere. Okay, so another.
We could have done. We could have sprinkled some black in there.
No, they OD'd with the animal print and the neon.
It just looked, honestly, it looked like an 80s barf mix up. Like,
it looked like a porno house to me.
I don't really watch porn like that, Steph, but I'll go look today for
like
you.
a Lisa Frank notebook.
I love Lisa Frank. I love her. Don't play. But I only like her because she incorporates the animals and stuff.
But you wouldn't like your house to look like no damn Lisa
Fuck no. Maybe one notebook and a pen and that's it.
Fucking house looks like a Lisa Frank notebook.
Hell no. Literally, I was just like, oh, okay, this is cool. Like, I like the house. I like how big the house is. That was cool.
A nice house.
But I was just like, well, and I wish they would have let us keep our pictures that were on the wall. Like, why can't I keep it? You're just gonna throw it away.
They didn't give it to you?
No, I didn't get my picture.
Electronic screen?
No, they had pictures. Yeah. Right. I didn't get mine. Maybe they were hating on me.
I don't know.
I was like, well,
they
you ain't asked or something.
It for the new
season. Hate on me too. It's okay. No, I'm just
Remember I got yelled at for trying to steal that blanket?
Bitch, I think I stole one of the blankets, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I think we
I feel like certain
we
all
stuffed them in our, didn't we all stuff one in there?
I got caught. They caught me. I don't know if they were
Oh no, I got away with mine.
They fucking called me on the bat phone like, put it back. I was like, bitch.
Send me my receipts.
See, did that tattoo on your face hurt?
Oh, I got this like before Bad Girls Club, but no. I got this with like one of my homies and his girl. We're all sitting in like the bedroom just chilling. I was like, I want a face tat. And then I guess her man was like, I do them.
Okay, another big thing like from episode 1 going on, I think, to episode 2 was like the whole Dream, Winter, and Persuasion. I think that they was coming to like, Brynesha was, saying that you're fake or something like that. What made you was like, okay, let me go see what's going on? Because on the show, it looked like they, basically telling you, oh, go fight her, and like we are like you because like you're a follower or something like that.
I mean, I don't even want to speak on these situations because I'm not trying to speak on these people, but somebody came down and was like, oh, I was getting my nails done, and the whole time she was just trash talking you. She was talking about you.
Oh, okay, so they cut a lot of it out.
I was like, okay, well, I'm in Bad Girls Clubhouse, so if you talking on me, talk on, type shit. Like, it wasn't even like she was like, oh, you better go fight her. She never said that. It was like, oh, like, basically, you're going to let this girl talk on you like that. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. So I did what I did.
Okay,
so like, that's like me coming over and be like, hey, just a heads up, that girl's out there running her mouth. Like,
you're instigating, right?
Yeah.
But are you going to go handle it, or are you going to let the bitch run her mouth? Mm-hmm. That's kind of basically what it is.
Okay, right.
But I don't,
so then,
like I said, like, in the heat of that moment, I was there for the ride. So what's next?
Right, because on the show, they made it seem like, oh, Z's going to do anything we say to fit in with us. And I was like, I don't think
so funny
that.
Because they would treat me completely different than the confessionals.
Mm.
That's what was funny.
Mm-hmm.
They never had that energy to my face in the house
Mm-hmm.
in that moment. So I never felt like I was being like da 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 like that. It was like oh yeah da 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 da, and then when I walk away,
Mm-hmm.
like what does that make you? If
Mm-hmm.
that makes me what it makes me type shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next thing I'm just gonna, while we all just talking about like the little fight situation. Then the next time you and Brynesha fight was like when they came back from the club, and then like you was sleep and all of that. Was you like really sleep when that happened? Like what was
That's
going
what we
through
were
your
just talking
head?
about. That's
The
when I
Z.
took the Z-Quil. Bro, that's
Really?
why I rubbed my eyes twice because I was like, is this a sequel or is this real life?
Like
I
this is real
literally
life?
got out of when I got out of bed, I was like, whoa. I was like, earthquake.
Like, oh my God, like you don't even know, like my
That's what
body's
I'm
weak right now.
saying. Like, I'm just like, damn, dude. Like, you know what? Honestly, most of those fights were out of like alcohol induced
Mm-hmm.
boredom. Like,
Right.
when I mean boredom, I mean not leave the house for 3 days boredom.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it's like a pride thing. Like we all have our own pride, whether we like to act like it or not. Like something to me that makes me feel like you're making me look like a bitch cannot bother you. But something to me that doesn't bother me make you feel like you a bitch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like they do it on purpose. They get us all wired and put us in this house, and then they fill you up with alcohol, and then they tell the other girl to go, oh, ask her about Z. And then
Mm-hmm.
you're drinking, and she's like, oh, yeah, well, da-da-da-da. So by the time they get home, they're all pumped up. It's just, but it's like, I don't like talking about this stuff because I'm not talking about it as in, like, I'm affected by it now. I'm not affected. I wish all the ladies from my cast blessings. Like, I'm not evil like that. To me, that shit is not real life for me. That did not affect me in my life of my friend group. I wasn't getting in fights with my friends over anything that happened on BGC.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was the only thing that affected me in real life was the fact that I have weird random people telling me they hate my guts and that I'm ugly as fuck when I
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's
They ugly
weird.
on TV.
Okay.
Okay, one more thing about like the fight thing. It always was like rumored that you and her had an unaired fight, like because like
Yes.
in a
I honestly
trailer.
don't know. I was so fucked up. I can't
Mm-hmm.
when I told you when I think back to that shit, I just see pictures. If I wasn't on alcohol, I was on the Z-Quil.
Okay, all right, stop. Okay,
Maybe
let it
both
go.
at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like an edit where the security guard was sitting outside her door, or
Oh
yeah,
no,
her door.
that's the night that that's no, because I switched rooms. What night was that? I don't remember. I
So
don't know.
they added that night, and that like they mixed up
Oh,
two
they
different nights.
put them together, but you could tell
Wow.
because I was in one room and then one room. I don't know, girl.
That's
I'm telling you,
crazy.
like I feel like people are like, you guys fought like this many times. I was like, I don't even care. I don't know. If you want to watch it, go rewatch it. I hate when that should be popping up on my feed. I'm like, ugh,
Mhm.
mark.
Right. Okay, I got another question. Did production? Okay, you know how like the like when y'all go out to certain places, like when y'all went like go, I mean, racing and stuff,
Yeah, the
or
shit that
to
we had
the
to beg
woods and
for.
stuff. Y'all had to pay for that?
We had to pay for it and beg for it.
Wow.
We didn't pay for them go kart things.
Girl, we had to pay for like 20. Yes, we did.
No,
They came out of our
we paid for like food, and if we went to the club, they made us pay after like
club.
the
We paid
bottle.
for laser tag. I paid for my own laser tag. Yes.
I remember paying for laser
Yes,
tag.
girl.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Cause I'm about to ask, like, this production set
And then
like
every time I
something up for
got into
y'all?
a fucking fight and something broke, they take that shit out of my check.
Wow.
Oh
I
yeah.
only
Or
need
if you get
$350 this
fined,
week. Oh, remember when you guys fought and the lamp fell over and it was broken?
the mic fines if you didn't have your mic on.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes. This
So
don't
it's like a
come back from
majority of the
no,
time.
because by the time I got paid, it was like $200.
It's like the majority of the time. It's like y'all don't even be mad at each other. It's like y'all be mad
Dude,
at
we're just mad at the
production.
situation that we all signed up for.
I remember one day they turned the freaking air conditioner off and put the heat on. They were trying to drive me insane.
They were
Oh
driving
my
me
God, that's crazy.
crazy.
That's
Or when they
crazy.
told us that we were gonna go on a trip, but I was so happy to go home. I didn't care at that point. I said, "Yes, take me home."
Which I was ready to go to Cabo.
We thought. Okay, so fast forward because this is the last question. Fast forward to the last day. How did it feel being the last original to make it to the end? Well, at the end of the day, when I do something, I write it to the very end.
Right, you were the last original.
It
Honestly,
really was.
I'm a very I'm not gonna lie, I'm very mass manipulating. Like
Oh, this is a funny one.
So there was like a whole area underneath our like living area, like a guest
yeah,
house
it
or
was like a guest glass house underneath the
What?
house.
Production,
Yeah.
security, everybody was like right underneath us.
And that's where we do our confessionals.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in the basement. Y'all did y'all confessionals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little guest house or something, and that's where everybody else.
Z, can you please? Well, you and Steph, can y'all please like do a part 2 one day because we got a lot of questions.
I'm down.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Well, it was
Yeah.
nice
I just don't like
talking to
talking
you
about
today.
altercations because I'm not trying to get myself like I don't need someone screen recording shit and making it all extra when they're more than what it is because it ain't that. And then y'all be stressing me out. Can we just leave me alone? Can you just leave me alone for a little bit? Like, damn.
No, because it's crazy because like the
Give
fans,
me a break. Can you post
Mhm.
2 pictures of me? No.
right? Because like we talking about back then, it's like
Yeah,
it should not
why
be
y'all
no
posting me
problem
back
with
then?
casting
Y'all like the
members and stuff.
disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna post me with no lips? You got me fucked up.
Well,
Okay, I gotta go though, for real, for real.
well, it was nice talking to
I
both of
know.
y'all.
Thank you for having me. We'll plan something in June for our birthdays.
Ooh.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
see y'all.